I welcome you to the Messiah channel. We are a prophetic channel and time ministry dedicated to the awakening of the world regarding the second coming of our Lord and Savior Yeshua, Jesus Christ. Because we are an end time prophetic channel, we also dedicate our channel to the awakening of the children of Jacob who are scattered all over the world. There's only one thing I want you to know. Your salvation is important, and your awareness of your identity is important. If you know who you are, then you know that your Messiah is coming and you need to prepare for him. Don't follow the constitution of your country. Don't follow the flag of your country. Heaven is your home, and your Messiah is your King is coming. And his instructions is the instruction that you need to follow. The world is preparing you for condemnation. They have already condemned you. I'm specifically speaking to the Negro, Negro in quotation marks. I'm not calling you a Negro. They call you a Negro, and they did that because you are a threat. You are a threat to America. You are also a threat to Israel. If you are a Negro, particularly those Negroes who identify as being Israelites. I'm talking to the Hebrew Israelites. I'm talking to Negroes all over the world, particularly those who are the true children of Elohim. You are the people that I'm talking to. And the question I'm asking is a prophetic question: why the Negro is a threat to America and Israel. And when I'm talking about Israel, I'm not talking about the spiritual Israel. I'm talking about a state that was established in 1948. And if you watch the video that I did there that time, I mentioned American hero Albert Pike, and he actually influenced the First World War, Second World War, and the Third World War. And as I said in the video, the First World War was engineered to communize or turn Russia into a communist state. And the Second World War was planned to establish the state of Israel in 1948. And the Third World War, which they are planning, is part of an effort to initiate the kingdom of the Antichrist, aka the New World Order. And those who are doing that, they consider the Negro as a threat. And as I'm doing this analysis why the Negro is a threat to America and Israel, I take this opportunity to thank all the members of the channel, particularly a member who sent a lot of videos to me through my email, raptureafrica@yahoo.com. I watched one of the videos you sent to me, and in that video, it was a commentary about Elijah Hoover, a former director of the FBI, who said that the security apparatus in America was working to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. And so I'm dedicating this video to our analysis of why the Negro is a threat to America and also Israel. And this is a prophetic analysis, and you have to understand that for you to know where we are, and particularly if you are a Negro, and if they call you a Negro, let me tell you why you are a threat to America and why you are also a threat to Israel. I think I did a video some time ago, and I look at 7 groups of people who are offended by the black, quote unquote, Hebrew Israelite movement. And I mentioned America. I also mentioned the state of Israel, the 1948 state of Israel. And I said that these people, America and also the state of Israel, are among the 7 groups of people who naturally will be offended when a black person is calling himself a Hebrew Israelite, a chosen of God, and a child of Jacob. That statement is a threat. It's a threat to America. It's a threat to Israel. And today I'm looking at why that is a threat. And I'm going back to the statement of Jehovah, counter a counter operative. When I say a counter operative, I'm looking at the man who was in charge of U.S. Intelligence agency that was meant to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. And you have to understand this in the context of the history of the children of God who were enslaved, shipped from Africa and sent to America. And the American intelligence knew who these people were, and they tried to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. And black organizations were infiltrated by these security operatives, including the Black Panther movement. And as you are aware, those who were potential to be messiahs, those who were potential to awaken the black Hebrews who were actually championing the civil rights movement in America. They were killed, they were assassinated. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and other people that you can call Nat Tena, the man who initiated rebellion against slave trade, and you know what was done to him. He was executed. Nat Tena said that an angel of the Lord appeared to him to lead a rebellion, a revolution to free the slaves. Actually, the children of God who were hidden in a new world and a strange nation that appeared on the maps not not long ago, around the year 1776. They call it America, but actually is the Babylon spoken of in the book of Revelation. Why was the Negro a threat to the point that Jehovah, director of FBI, and the architect of the counter pro apparatus. Why will he consider the Negro to be a threat? He knows the reason why the Negroes are a threat. Definitely, the so-called Negroes are children of God who were sent into captivity, and they were forced to do labor, unpaid labor. They were oppressed, and they were in captivity for 400 years and more. And it was important for the power that be to suppress their identity, and it was also important for the power that be to miseducate the children of God, to frustrate them. But most importantly, as Jehovah said, it was important to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. Um, did they do that some time ago? Yes. Herod tried to prevent the rise of the real Messiah, Yeshua, and the Lord took the Messiah, Yeshua, into hiding in Egypt. And the Messiah was there until the death of Herod. And in the same way, the counter-pro movement led by Elijah Hoover and his security apparatus did all what they could do to prevent the rise of a black Messiah through assassination, to persecution and prosecution. That's how come you see a preponderant amount of Negroes who are being incarcerated in Babylon, America. The Negro is not only a threat to Babylon, America, the Negro is also a threat to Israel. And why I begin to analyze the threat that the Negro poses to Israel, I thank the member of the channel who sent a video to me. And in that video, the Consul General of Israel, who is in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta, Georgia, United States. Her name is Judith Sh. She appeared in a video in a meeting where she made a comment that the greatest threat to Israel is the black community, particularly the young black men. And she mentioned a black organization, Black Lives Matter. Judith Sh, an Israeli, a citizen of the state of Israel, the 1948 state, a consul general of Israel stationed in Atlanta, a city in Georgia, United States, making a comment in a meeting that the greatest threat to Israel is the young black men, the black community. And she specifically mentioned Black Lives Matter. I don't know what is about the Black Lives Matter that Israel is scared of. I don't know what is about the color of the black man, or the mentality of the black man that Israel is scared of. If a consul general of a state makes a comment that the black community is a threat to Israel, officially it is Israel's policy, because the consul general Judith Sh is high-ranking Israeli diplomat representing Israel in United States, and she is the consul general. So she has a diplomatic standing, and when she makes a statement that the greatest threat to Israel is the black community, is very serious. The greatest threat to Israel is not Palestine, it's not Palestinian, it's not Iran, it's the black community, the young men, the Negroes walking on the streets in New York, in Baltimore, in Detroit, and in San Francisco. These are the group of people who are a threat to Israel, a state that has nuclear weapons, a state that has a lot of technology, a state that is an ally of Babylon, America, that receives a lot of aid from Babylon, United States. That nation is threatened by the Negro. Israel, the 1948 state, is threatened by Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. What are you doing? What are you doing to make Israel threatened by you? As revealed in the statement by Judith Sh, the Israeli consul general in Atlanta, who made a statement that the greatest threat to the state of Israel is young black men, the black community. And he's not talking about the black community in Africa. He's not talking about the black community in Asia. He's talking about black community in America, because she specifically mentioned Black Lives Matter organization. I believe that the threat that the Negro poses to Israel is very serious, is taken serious because of what has happened with those people who are awakening the Negroes. And I will not go into details, I will just mention one person, Brother Ronald Darton Jr., born in Pittsburgh, United States, and live in Detroit, Michigan, who wrote a book, Hebrews to Negroes. I'm showing you a copy of the book, Hebrews to Negroes, a 4-volume book that Ronald Darton has written. I believe that his commentary is the most comprehensive that I have read regarding the awakening of the Hebrew, researching throughout history and documenting with evidence why the Negroes are actually the Hebrews in the Bible whose identity has been stolen. And Ronald Darton definitely is a threat, because anybody who awakens the Hebrew is a threat, and you are a threat to Babylon, America. You are also a threat to the 1948 state that was established with the help of the Rothschild family, and also with ideas originating from Albert Pike, who was a 33-degree free Mason, who wrote and orchestrated the events leading to the First World War and also the Second World War. The question I'm asking is simple. Why is the Negro a threat to America? And why is the Negro a threat to Israel? I cannot answer the question politically, sociologically, economically, and I will conclude that the question is a prophetic question. So I will conclude it prophetically. But why will America and Israel be threatened by Ronald Darton, who wrote a book, Hebrews to Negroes? I'll show you one of the volumes, and I recommend that you check the books out. Hebrews to Negroes is a comprehensive analysis of why the so-called Negroes are treated the way they are. Is because they are the Hebrews and the identity has been hidden, and they were sent into slavery because the Lord, who chose them as his chosen people, decreed that they will go through curses as outlined in Deuteronomy chapter 28. And the threat must be great. The threat that the Negro poses to Israel might be so great that when Ronald Darton wrote this book, a basketball player in America, Kyrie Irving, I believe that is his name, he tweeted about the book and he just sent the links. And immediately he sent the links even without commenting about what is inside this book. He was suspended from playing basketball in America, and pro-Israel organizations and entities in America forced him to repent, or rather recant, to apologize for just tweeting a link about this book, so that people will be informed. Why? Why is the Negro a threat to Israel, a state that has nuclear weapons, a state that is an ally of Babylon, a state that has a lot of technology and money? Why will they be threatened by a tweet from a Negro, a basketball player? And the tweet is about a book awakening the Negro that is not actually a Negro, but rather he is the true Hebrew, the Hebrew of prophecy, the one whose identity has been stolen. The Negro is a threat because the powers that be, they know that they are the true Hebrews. They are the outcasts of Israel, the rare Israel under the dispersed of Judah. According to research and according to information that I had, there are some people in Ghana, Seshi, that's the name we call them, Seshi people in Ghana, and they are Hebrews. And their leader, when he was alive, he wrote that an angel visited him, an angel of the Lord visited him and reminded him that they are Hebrews who are scattered in Ghana. And as you are aware, they are also Hebrews in Nigeria, Igbos. And they are not only the Hebrews in Nigeria, and they are not only the Hebrews in Africa. Records also have revealed Hebrews scattered in the Congo, the Bantus, Hebrews in South Africa, and all over the world. Of course, we are not only talking about the Hebrews who were shipped to Babylon, United States. The shipment of slaves to America is very important. And I personally have had revelation about the Hebrews who are hidden in Babylon, United States. Because the angel, not an angel, rather the prophet Jeremiah appeared to me in a vision in October 2007, and that was in reference to the gathering of the Hebrews who are hidden in America. I'm talking about those who were kidnapped because they were forced into slavery um, in uh, in in Africa and other parts of the world. They went through Arab enslavement, and they also went through the Atlantic enslavement. The European powers enslaved them, and America was the theater of the enslavement. America was a major participant of the enslavement of the Hebrews, and they don't want the Hebrews to know about their identity, and they don't want a Messiah to rise among them. And so Nat Tena, a slave who led a rebellion, was executed in America. Harriet Tubman, a lady who raised the consciousness of the Negroes, he lost her life. And even after slaves had been emancipated in America, the powers that be, headed by Ija Hoover, they considered the Negro, the freed, quote unquote, Negro, as a threat, and the whole state apparatus was moved into motion under a counter-intelligence program, counter-pro, infiltrating black organizations, killing black leaders, jailing black men, destroying the black family, and spreading drugs in black community as part of the strategy to engage in structural violence. And as you are aware, there was a Norwegian scholar, Johan Gatun. He is an expert on structural violence. And when you engage in structural violence, you don't have to kill somebody. You just have to put in motion a system, a social system um, that is so demonic that the people will start killing themselves. They will take drugs and they will die of overdose. Because of the way they are treated, they will get heart attack, they will get diabetes, they will suffer. The system is infected with violence, structural violence. And as a result, the people will die themselves. You don't have to do anything. You create a system for the system to kill them without you using a gun, so that nobody will know you killed them. It's the system that killed them. It's the system that was created by Babylon, America, throughout the history of America, throughout the history of the black sojourn in America. And the Hebrews are sojourning in America because the Lord told Abraham that his descendants will be a stranger in a foreign nation for 400 years. They will be a sojourner. And after that, the Lord will judge that nation. So America is aware that judgment is coming, and that is the reason why they consider the Negro as a threat. There's an organization, it's a Jewish organization, and they control who is a Jew and who is not a Jew. If you are immigrating to Israel, you have to be certified that you are a Jew. And the video that was sent to me by the member of this channel, somebody was talking about the horrific experience of Ethiopians who are sent to Israel as Jews. And the video talk about the fact that the experience is so horrific that some of them even commit suicide. And I talked to a man, an African American man, and he was among the African Americans, the Hebrew Israelites who moved from United States to Israel in 1967. And they are living in Israel. They are living in a city called Dimona. And the man was telling me about the experiences that they went through and they are going through. He told me that their children are highly educated, and some of them have master's degrees and beyond, and they are fluent in the Hebrew language. Their strategy was to study the Hebrew language. And because they are fluent in the Hebrew language, they are able to understand the Bible, they are able to read certain documents, and now they have come to know the lies that was spread in history books, particularly regarding the true identity of the Negro who are actually the Hebrews. And because they are in Israel and they know the culture and they have studied in Israel, they live there, and they are also fluent in Hebrew language, they cannot be fooled. They cannot be miseducated. Why would somebody hate them? Why would somebody even deny that they are Hebrews? Is it because they have black skin? Why would somebody deny that an Ethiopian is not an Israelite? It's because they have chocolate color, because they are dark skin, because they are not white. I'm not sure. But you have to remember that there's a reason why the Negro is a threat to Babylon, America. There's a reason why the Negro is a threat to Israel. And for Judith Sh, the Israeli consul general in Atlanta, to say that the biggest threat to Israel is the young black community, particularly Black Lives Matter. For her to say that, it means that actually the Negro has something that is a threat to America, and also the state that was established in 1948 with the help of the Rothschilds, with the help of Albert Pike, with the help of Babylon, United States. And so for us to conclude why the Negro is a threat to America and Israel, I believe the answer is in the prophecy in Isaiah chapter 14, verses 1 to 2. So let's look to the book of Isaiah. And for those who are watching this channel, those who are members of the channel, you always know I cite Isaiah because Isaiah, in my view, is the leading prophet on the gathering of the Hebrews. And Isaiah 11:11 says that it will be the Messiah who will gather the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah in the last days, Isaiah 11:11. The true Hebrews are not gathered, they are still scattered, and they are scattered over the world. And the Hebrews in America are very special because when I saw the prophet Jeremiah in a vision, it was in regards to the Hebrews who are scattered in America. The people who are called the Negroes are actually the Hebrews. So Isaiah is very, very important. Important for the prophecy that the Messiah, Yeshua, will be the one who will gather the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah from all the four corners of the earth. And the Messiah has not come, and who gathered the people into Israel in 1948? Was it the Messiah? Was it the Rothschild? Was it Albert Pike? Who did the gathering of Israel in 1948? I'm asking the question because the prophet Isaiah is saying in Isaiah 11:11 that it will be the Messiah who will gather the outcasts of Israel from the four corners of the earth. So it's a prophetic question that I'm asking. Why is the Negro a threat to Babylon, America, and also Israel? It's a threat because the awakening has come that the true children of God are still scattered over the world. And the gentleman, Ronald Darty, who wrote the book Hebrews to Negroes, definitely is a threat. And the one who tweeted a link to that book, he is a threat until he was suspended from playing basketball. Kerry Irving was suspended for playing basketball in the United States. It's because he's a threat. And now the statement from Israeli Consul General Judith Sh that the greatest threat to Israel is the black community, and that is an evidence that, oh yeah, the Negro is actually a threat to Israel. You already know that the Negro is a threat to Babylon, America, and that is why Jehovah said they will do all things necessary through fair and foul means to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. And so let's go to Isaiah 14, verse 1 to 2. And here we will know why the Negro, who is a Hebrew, is a threat to both Babylon, a sinful, arrogant America, and also Israel, the 1948 state. So let's read from Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 to 2. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, the true Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, and set them in their own land. They will be sent to their own land. They are landless now. They are living in captivity, but they will be sent to their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. They will cleave to the house of Jacob. They will not cleave to the house of Mississippi. They will not cleave to the house of United States of America or this United States of America. They will cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2, Isaiah 14. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. What is Isaiah talking about? Our brother Isaiah, what is he talking about? He's talking about a time when the true Israelites, they will possess their possession, they will inherit the land promised to their father Abraham, and they shall rule over their oppressors. They shall rule over the oppressors. So the oppressors will become their servants. And the prophecy is saying that there in their land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives. So the time is coming when the tables will change. And Babylon, America, and those who say they are Israel and are not true Israel, they are aware of that. They are aware of the coming fulfillment of prophecy in Isaiah, the gathering of the scattered of Jacob, and the placement of the true Israelites in their land, and their former oppressors will be their servants and handmaids, and the true children of Elohim shall rule over their oppressors, as decreed in Isaiah 14, verses 1 to 2. And this is a prophetic reason why the Negro, who is a Hebrew, is threatened, is a threat to America, and it's a threat to Israel. The prophecy will be fulfilled. The house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Babylon will be destroyed, and one of the reasons why Babylon will be destroyed is the role that Babylon played in the captivity of the true Hebrews, and that's the reason why the Lord will judge Babylon. And Babylon is aware of the prophecy about the Hebrews, and they consider the Hebrews as a threat. And those who have misrepresented the identity of the Hebrews, for those who have stolen the identity of the Hebrews, for those who are aware of the Messiah's statement in Revelation 2.9, Revelation 3.9, they are scared. And they are scared because they know who the true Hebrews are. And the true Hebrews are the Negroes. And this is the prophetic reason why the Negro is a threat to America. And this is a prophetic reason that the Negro is a threat to Israel. Isaiah 14, verses 1 to 2, the true Hebrews will possess their land, and they shall be served by their former oppressors, and they shall rule over their oppressors. The time is coming. The time of the Gentiles is up. Luke 21:24. And this is the prophetic reason why the Negro, the true Hebrew Israelite, is a threat to Babylon's sinful, arrogant America, and also to the 1948 state. Thank you for watching this video. I'm leaving the links to the video in the description box. My email, raptureafrica@yahoo.com. For those who are awakening the Hebrews, continue. You don't have time at all because the Messiah is coming, and you need to finish your job in awakening the Hebrews who are scattered over the world. Thank you for watching this video.